Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Aussie Starcraft. We're bringing you some more games from MLG's Game On. In the bottom central location of the map is our blue Protoss player. It is Puck from team IvD. In the top central location, playing under his moniker The Gunrun, it is Root Catz, also very well known in the community for his role as founder and leader of Team Root. And more than that, for his very amusing Zerg shenanigans. Ever since since Wings of Liberty, we've seen very hilarious strategies from Catz, doing everything from dropping hatches in his opponent's main base or natural, or overlords in their mineral line, all sorts of silly shenanigans, and very fun to watch. In that manner, I guess it's quite similar to TLO, both of them very unconventional Zerg players, an absolute riot to watch. So always excited to be casting some of Cat's games, and excited to see what he decides to do here, and how Puck decides to counter. We'll see what sort of opening Puck goes for. Lots of different openings favoured by Protoss at the moment. We're getting a lot of gateway expands, but it seems that in recent months that our Protoss players have slowed it down. Rather than go for the straight gateway expand, it tends to be this gateway gas, cyber core, and then dropping the expand once the mothership core is up or on its way. Let's see, it looks like Cat's going to go for an expansion before his spawning pool, so it is a fairly large map. This map, as you can see, the travel lanes between bases are quite lengthy, so not a lot of chance of any sort of rush, though there is always a few options for different sort of proxy gateway plays. Particularly, you could hide them down in this location. They wouldn't be picked up by the early scouting overlords or workers, so always a potential threat. We can see that Puck's moving out to scout now. Spawning pool just going down for Catz now. We can see cyber core up on the way for Puck, so it looks like by all intents and purposes a fairly conventional opening in this game. And while the game gets underway, just wanted to bring you guys up to scratch. We will be casting a lot of MLG's Game On. There's a lot of great games, big name players playing in there, so pretty excited to see and cast some of those games. MLG's Game On has a pretty interesting format. It has a group stage of the tournament where these players will face off against each other, and there'll be a winners and losers match, and the winner of each of those matches within the group stage face off in a finals match, and whoever wins that match will progress. So it is possible for these players to lose some of their games and still win their way through to further stages of the tournament. So we'll be casting a lot of the group stages. This is, of course, Group A. Group A has some great players in it. We have Huck, Puck, Kane, and Catz. So four pretty hilarious and great players to watch. Certainly excited to cast some of them. We did cast a great Huck versus Kane game on Habitation Station, so the link for that one will be up on the channel already, so if you haven't seen that, by all means please check it out. It was a pretty epic game, some unconventional strategies, certainly things we don't see a lot of in pro level tournaments, and certainly worth watching. We can see Puck here pulling up his expansion now. Warp gate well on the way, Stalker as well moving down to help seal up this gateway. We do have a Zergling trying to make his way past the mothership core, but mothership core just access denied and shutting down that early Zergling scout. Second one may well make his way around, but Stalker should be well and truly in place by then. We'll see, actually the Stalker's moving out quite early, so it looks like Puck may be trying to put on a little bit of pressure on Catz and see if he can do some early game damage. The Zergling will make his way inside, but a single solitary Zergling, not a massive, not something to write home about. We can expect him to do some damage, but doubtful that he'll accomplish a whole lot. The Zergling almost kills the probe, but unfortunately trips over right there at the end, and the probe manages to survive. We have 3 gateways now in place, and actually a Stargate coming up, so a little bit of a surprise from Puck. We don't often see the Stargate favoured in the Zerg matchup, though certainly valuable for its role in taking out, for producing Phoenix and killing Mutalisk and that sort of thing. We now have Puck establishing his proxy pylon up here. It looks like Puck's going to be putting a lot of 3-gate pressure right here. Stalker's going to be doing some damage to the spine crawl. Plenty of queens here to transfuse. Catz got a lot of defense already in place, so the real threat for Catz will be the zealots and stalkers that will warp in behind this. So this Protoss force will quickly multiply here, and Catz needs to decide just how he plans to defend this. Circling speed quite late, almost 8-minute mark. It's only just being researched now. We have no roaches on the field, though an infestation pit already going down. So this could be for very quick hive tech, or well infestors, or swarm hosts, or just about anything really. Though off the top of my head, I'd have to say that the quicker hive tech's probably the choice. That or infestors. And we have a lot of Zerglings being warped in here, and those are going to become very necessary very quickly. This pressure from Puck's going to be quite substantial. 2 Phoenix here going to be able to pick up the queens and stop a lot of the transfuses that could potentially go down. With that Spore Crawler going down, that's a lot of that's one of the linchpins of Cat's defense that he really would have preferred to have stay in play. These Phoenix going to continue to be a bit of a nuisance here. These time warps from the mothership core likewise making life very difficult for these Zerglings. Zealot's being very cost effective here. Phoenix going to be picking up these queens yet again and really reducing the damage output that Catz can muster up here. The time warp continuing to be a real boon for these queens. The 4 queens trying to fall back. There is a spine crawler on its way up, but unfortunately these Phoenix, this really odd Phoenix Zealot Stalker push proving to be very difficult for Catz to deal with here. And it's not often that we see Phoenix used in this sort of timing attack. Very interesting choice. These Phoenix can either be used to pick up and harass the queens, or they can proceed to hunt overlords and make life very difficult for Catz by supply blocking him over and over. Big swarm, Zergling swarm here, gonna be able to pick up a lot of these stalkers. First stalker is going down. The Phoenix unfortunately trying to lift up the Zergling here or there, but this Protoss force gonna largely go down in flames. A few Zerglings beat a retreat as some more zealots warp in. We're up to 4 Phoenix on the field now. These Phoenix very capable of hunting overlords and just in general inflicting a little bit of pain on Catz. So surprised to not see Puck being a little bit more active with them. They are going to start hunting around now. We do have an overseer's being morphed in behind Puck's base, so we could get a bit of an idea for a scout. But these Phoenix going to make themselves a bit of a nuisance, able to pick up some of these workers if they so desire. This Overlord here, unfortunately not going to make... Oh, Queen using transfuse there, and Catz being very quick to these 6 Queens, bringing them up from his expansion, ensuring that he's able to keep his Overlords surviving. And we of all things, we actually have swarm hosts here and a Nidus network coming up, so there's going to be siege laid to Puck's front door momentarily. I imagine we'll see the queens in here with them, the swarm hosts pouring out now along with these Zerglings, and the swarm hosts are parking themselves right outside of Puck's door. There's a particularly bold choice here. The swarm hosts able to do a lot of damage but very vulnerable against air, and there is a Stargate here, or well, potentially there won't be for much longer. We have infestors here with infested Terrans going to be holding off the last vestiges of this Protoss assault as Catz lays siege to Puck's main base, and actually just walking straight forward with these swarm hosts into the expansion. Locust taking down Zealots, and Puck forced to GG out of that game. So very odd start to the Group A stages. So Catz always able to pull something sneaky out of his back pocket. The double Nidus network into 12-minute swarm host push. Who would have thought? There was one at each location, so able to produce units and move them into his opponent's base very quickly. And Catz takes a quick lead in this series. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. There'll be plenty more MLG action coming up right away, so by all means please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, we love you. Thanks for all the support here. We really enjoy reading you guys' comments and feedback, so by all means throw some down in the comments section down below. Always enjoy reading those, and let us know who you're banking on in Group A, in the Group A stage. We have Huck, Puck, Kane or Catz. Who do you guys think is going to progress, and who do you think is going to be left behind in the group stages? Let us know down below, and we'll catch you all in the next cast. Thanks, guys.